Hey, what is going on, guys? It's LittleBigness here, and I am here to bring you our GPC Season 6 draft analysis. I am very hyped for this league, actually. I've been waiting to get back into a Sun and Moon draft league because I've seen them all starting, and I'm just like, I want to get back in. I was going to wait till UPA Season 6 originally, but then when I saw the opportunity to apply for the GPC, I knew it was a really good league, and it would help me, meet new people and be, maybe in a more competitive league and be, in a good situation. Upload it so everyone's a YouTuber. That way I can meet more people that I could collab with. There's a lot of stuff that kind of came into that. And all these guys, they seem super cool already. So I'm really hyped for the league. And I actually got in when I applied. I was really surprised by it. I think I was the last guy to get in. But there were some other guys that I know applied. I think they were so much better to get in. But hopefully they can get in later on. I'm definitely going to try and plug them if I end up getting to stay in the league after this season. But I am super excited for the league. I'm really happy about my draft. There's some things that went wrong with it. But it's all just about getting back into it for me. I'd like to show what I can do in another league because I've shown a lot of what I can do in the UPA. When it came to leagues like the UBC, which I was only in for about half the season, I think I did pretty well, but I didn't do too well. And I really want to show what I'm made of in another league, and I haven't been able to do that, so I think this would be a good opportunity for me, and I'm really happy about it. There's a lot of cool guys in the league, some that I knew previously, like Aster, Jose, Shiny Weavile, Jar, people like that. And then there's some other people that I ended up meeting, like, I'm kind of blanking on YouTube names right now, but, I've gotten good vibes from guys like Ethan, for example. Everyone, really, I mean, it's just such a nice atmosphere. Everybody's so encouraging. I really like it. Anyway, we're going to get right into the draft here. Enough of this bull honky, whatever. So, I got the first pick overall. In case you don't know what it is, there's actually 2 divisions of 10. So I'm in the Petite Conference, and the other people are in the Grand Conference. The Petite Conference is technically the worst conference in the Grand Conference, but my goal is definitely to get into the Grand Conference for next season. That's what I really want to do. But I had the first pick in the Petite Conference, so we had 2 separate drafts. And when I saw this mod was legal, I was just like, yeah, I need that. And I had never got to use this mod in a draft league. There had been a couple of leagues on the side where it had been available, but I'd never picked it. And I really want to try this thing out. So we're going to get right into it. We got Landorus Eye. Let's go. It's going to be named a Razor Jin. And if you don't know what that is, that's a Razor Jin from Sonic and the Secret Rings. He's basically the Aladdin Genie from that. And he really ends up having this tough persona. He's got the muscles, and that's why I noticed with Landorus. He's got those muscles. He's all crossed like this. He's trying to show off how much of a buff he is. I had to go with the Razor Jin for the nickname. And we all know what Lando Eye does. This thing breaks walls like nothing else. It's got a really nice speed tier at 101. I could send that up and have a timid nature. I do have my mouse cursor on, and I don't like that. Tell me if you guys like the mouse cursor more when I'm doing this sort of stuff. But this allows me to outspeed every single base 100 if I want to. And a lot of people pick base 100s. A lot of people love to pick their Manaphies, their Victinis, their Jirachis, all those Pixies. So 101 is just a great speed tier for me to have. I can go physical or special with Landorus. I can definitely experiment with a lot. It's got really good coverage too. I can set up, if I want, with Calm Mind and Bulk Up. And there's also Rock Polish, the set everyone hates. There's Swords Dance, too. I do get Switch Initiative with U-Turn, which is really nice. I've got a good Ground type now, which is really good, too. So I can have that fear of, people will have fear going for Volt Switch against me, which is very good. From the special side, I do get the Earth Power, the Focus Blast, the Psychic, the Sludge Wave, Hidden Power, Grass Knots right there. There's a lot of great moves. Rock Slide, Knockoff, U-Turn, and Earthquake on the physical side. I've got a lot. I could even go Boom if I wanted to. Pack a Life Orb, put the Sheer Force on this thing. It's going to go ham. I'm really excited. I'm definitely worried about the ice hits, though, so I definitely wanted to make sure I got that solved later on in my draft. But I needed this thing. Great wall breaker. Going to put the fear in the opponents. So that's Landorus for everyone. I'm going to take off the stats, though, for now. I'm just going to do that when I'm experimenting with them. Hit so hard. I'm going to have so much fun with this thing. So next, we have a Pokemon that I also wanted to try out, and I thought it'd be best because if you didn't know what the draft's about in the GPC, it's a point-based draft, so you have 100 points at the beginning, and you're allowed to draft every Pokemon for a certain amount of points. Landorus I cost 18 points. My next Pokemon costed 14 points, so I thought it was definitely worth it to get it. So we've got Hydreigon. Hydreigon's going to be named Shoutout. If you don't know what that is, this is the puppet, and I have a definite guilty pleasure, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I love the reality TV shows on CBS. I'm a big fan of Survivor, Big Brother, and Amazing Race. I love those shows, and I wanted to reference Big Brother on this one by referencing an alliance that was made where they kind of just like were the puppet masters around the Big Brother house. Anyway, Hydreigon is such a good wall breaker. It can be physical or special again. I'm getting a lot of good versatility with my wall breakers, which I really like. Hydreigon also gives me a good speed tier because, you know, if they want to be like a base 95, they can go to a certain point, but then I outspeed them. I don't outspeed the base 100s, but then they have to fear Landorus Incarnate. I know I've still got this ice weakness here, which is a bit of a problem, but another good thing about Hydreigon that a lot of people don't know, this thing can be really good defensively. I've seen Immortal Ments mainly run a lot of good, especially defensive Hydreigon sets that put in a lot of work. So I definitely want to follow in his footsteps right there. Levitate gives me another ground immunity. I've already got 2 ground immunities. I'm really digging that. I've got a Tonsor. I've got a lot of stuff with Hydreigon. It also gets Switch Initiative with the U-turn. I've got statuses like Thunderwave and Toxic. Great coverage, by the way. Hydreigon has such good coverage. I can run those Draco Meteor sets where I'm just bopping everything. Got the Stab, Dark Pulse, Fire Blast, Earth Power, Flash Cannon, Focus Blast. Signal Beam if I want to, Surf. And on the physical side, it's got even better. I love a lot of its physical coverage, and I'll definitely incorporate some of it. You know, you've got Earthquake if you want to go physical with that, which I don't really see the point in, unless you're a fully physical set, but you've got Head Smash. This thing gets Head Smash. This thing's gonna go BOP! And hit you. You got Ice Fang if you want to. You got Rock Slide, Stone Edge, Super Power. Yeah, Zen Headbutt if I want to. This thing's got such good coverage. I bet there's a lot of things that can come up with Hydreigon. I really want to make sure this thing puts in work. There's a lot of sets you can run. Scarf, Specs, Life Orb, Defensive. There's probably other stuff that I could come up with. And by the way, I haven't determined my Z-move Pokemon, but we're restricted to 1 Z-move Pokemon. You have to bring the Z-move 4 times. But I'm definitely considering making Hydreigon my Z-move Pokemon. Because if I could get like a Z Superpower or something like that, or a Z Iron Tail, that could work out really well. So next, I saw this thing and I really wanted it because not only does it help me have something to take some ice moves, but this thing I think is way too low in the point values. This is less than Hydreigon. It's 13 points. This thing is less than Arcanine, for crying out loud. My guy Arcanine is less than this. Arcanine was 15 points in the draft. What the fuck was that? I couldn't believe that. That was just horrible points. Like, Arcanine's worth a 12 at best. And I've used Arcanine several times. I know how good that thing is. But I saw this, and this thing checks so many things. I had to go with it. We got Toxapex. I'm naming it your X because, let's face it, this thing walls you out like your X does. And this thing is so good. I can run Rocky Helmet or Black Sludge and basically check whatever I wanted to. You know, fighting types, bug types. There's a lot. You know, I could check grass types. I could. There's a lot more that I could probably think of, but it's not coming to me. Fire types. Alright, we'll get back to it though. Toxapex, it doesn't really get too much, and I think a lot of people think the problem with Toxapex is that it's really passive. But you've got Regenerator. Regenerator! This thing is great! And having attacks be critical hits to targets of poison, Merciless could come into play at some point. But yeah, you've got Baneful Bunker, which is a really good move. If someone wants to contact me, they can get poisoned. I like that. I like that a lot. And then, even though it's really passive, you got Haze on this thing. So, if someone wants to set up on you and think, you know, hey, I'm the man, I can just haze them out. You know, not make them set up. It's not happening. Does it get reflect too? No, it doesn't. Okay, but it gets light screen. Liquidation and poison jab on the physical side. Scald on the special side. Scald will be a lot better. Scald isn't too good in the meta right now, I don't believe, with Toxapex. Because you've got that Tapu Fini running everywhere, and you can't status anything with the Tapu Finis in play. You've got reliable recovery. I love that. I love reliable recovery on my mons. Toxic Spikes. I can layer up the Toxic Spikes, which could be really useful. I've got a lot of options with this thing. And I'm kind of looking at some other moves here. Let's see. Infestation. I could Infestation Toxic something. Stockpile. If I want to run Stockpile, I could. Let's see. Venoshock. Wide Guard. Yeah. What's Spike Cannon? What's that move? Oh, it's just a move that hits 2 to 5 times in a turn. Safeguard, I guess. There's not too much there. But yeah, this thing, it's just going to be the glue to my team, really. Something wants to be checked and be walled. Toxapex, you're my guy. Your X is going to wall you out, boys. You better watch out, GPC coaches. So next, I really wanted a spinner, another Ice Resist. That's what I was really going for. I wanted a spinner mainly. That was what I mainly wanted because I thought I might take Mega Charizard X. I was kind of looking at that, so I was thinking about that. I realized I really wanted an Ice Resist. I want to go with Delmise because I thought that was a really good spinner. But then I decided I gotta go Fortress. I've got a quad weakness, but a lot of people are gonna want to run Hidden Power Ice against my Landers, so you gotta watch out for the Fortress too. This thing's gonna take a lot of hits though. You've got really good defensive stats. No reliable recovery, but you're a spinner, so you're happy. You got sturdy. Doesn't really matter because you're usually coming on hazards to spin them away. But having a spinner is so nice. I've seen a lot of people do some crazy stuff with Fortress. I'm wondering, does this thing get natural gift? I feel like I've seen that before. Yeah, it does. Alright. But yeah, I've seen a lot of crazy stuff run on Fortress. I can't even name it all. But I've seen Fortress's attempt to sweep, stuff like that. I do have Volt Switch, so I've got another thing that can bring some Switch initiative in. I've got Stealth Rock Spikes and Toxic Spikes, so I've got a really good hazard game going, and that's really important. Lando Eye is a rocker, Fortress is a rocker, Fortress is a spiker, and Toxapex is a Toxic Spiker, as well as Fortress. I've got the spin. Let's see, Gyro Ball can hit hard. Earthquake's good. You know, I've got options. I've got options with Fortress, that's for sure. That's for sure. Pain Split's there, Light Screen or Reflect if I want to. I saw Ben, Shining Sable at 17, use screens to good success with Fortress. I saw him use some good Fortress sets, and I'm going to definitely talk to him about some good ways to use Fortress, because he knows what he's doing. But the Nut Shack is coming in. I can go Boom if I want to with this thing as well. So I'm happy about it. I'm really happy with the Fortress pick. Helps me take those ice hits really well, which is really important. So I saw this mon, I was like, this is way too undervalued. This gives me a rocker, this gives me a physical and special attacker. I could nasty plot up if I wanted to with this thing. I can hit hard, I can sweep with this thing, I can do whatever I want. This thing is awesome. I can even be defensive if I wanted to, I bet. I can be support. So good. I've seen this mon and it was way too low. I was like, I have to take this. And then, you know, like it's an A rank in the UPA. That's how good it is. We love this thing here in the UPA. We know how good it is. Me and Michael, the Saiyan Kirby, we are the guys who I think love this thing the most. We are obsessed with this. Azelf, this thing is so good. Helps with that speed tier 2. Now base 110s are getting outsped with the Azelf. I've got some speed right there. I can run Sash Rocks. I can set up with Nasty Plot. I can go Boom. I can go Physical. I can go Special. I can U-turn on your bitch ass if you want me to. I can do whatever I wanted. I can taunt you. Whatever. Doesn't matter to me. It's going to happen. I can set up screens. Magic Coat. Be that Suicide Lead. So much good coverage. You got the Dazzling Gleam. You got the Energy Ball. You got the Psychic Stab. You got the Flamethrower. Or the Fire Blast. You got the Ice Punch, the knockoff. You got the Power Up Punch. You got the Shadow Ball, the Signal Beam, the Thunder Bolt, and the Thunder Punch. Zen Headbutt. I got the physical psychic moves too. I got options. I got options. A lot of options. A lot of options that are going to be put to good use. Is there anything else that I have that could be really fun to mess around with? I'm seeing some stuff that could be fun to mess around with. Maybe Last Resort if I want to. Natural gift. Yeah. Hide that berry. Bam. You're gone. I got options. Roleplay. I don't want that left anymore. I've got another ground immunity, by the way. Nobody's gonna be clicking Earthquake against me. Skill swap. Mega Sableye. Want to block my rocks? Ha. No. Not happening. I can set up weather. So many good things that Azelf can do. So many good things. The GPC has really done themselves in by putting Azelf so low. They are making a mistake. I'm going to prove to them that Slurpee from the resident 7-Eleven is going to go in and kick their asses. Slurpee's got this. Azelf's going in. We are going to do everything with Azelf, and they're not going to like it. So next, I saw this, and I'm like, this is a ferocious wall breaker, and I need one that can handle the physical side especially, because my 2 wall breakers are very special oriented, and I had to get it. I had to. Give me Emboar. I ran into a wall. This is one of my favorite nicknames I've ever made. I gave it to Caleb Swaggy Pichu way back in the day, and Emboar is just a beast. This thing hits so hard. Reckless. Flare butts. And you're gone. That's all you need to say. I can move on right now, but you know, I'll talk about Emboar more. I can make this thing defensive to check things like Weavile if I wanted to. Scizor, maybe. Stuff like that. Super Power, Wild Charge, Sucker Punch. I got Head Smash if I wanted to. I could probably go Special. What don't you know about this thing? Emboar gets Scald. It gets Scald. Tell me a fire type that gets Scald besides Emboar and Volcanion. There's not one. Grass Knot if I want to. I got so many good things I can do. Earthquake. I can bulk up if I wanted to. Does this thing get any other setup moves? I guess I got Slow Taunt. Curse. That could be fun. We may as well run bulk up. Let's see. Attract I can always run. I know it's on pretty much every single mod, but Attract. How about I hit that Focus Punch, you know? People are afraid of that switch, and I go like, and they're gone. I can do anything I want. Heat Crash. Got so many good options. Iron Tail. Nobody's ready. I can make this my Z move, Mon, and use that Solar Beam. Make it Bloom Doom. Got so much good stuff I can do. Work Up. I love Emboar. This thing hits so hard. It's such a good wall breaker. Got good coverage too, you know. I'm not worried about those rock types. I love the Firefighting Stab. It's got bulk too with that hit point. I love these stats. You know, it could have more speed, but it's still in a good Scarf range if I need it. Banded. Life Orb. I got him. Emboar is gonna take some lives. That's all it's gonna do. I need that fire type. I'm glad I got one. I also need a fighting type. Got that too. So next, I had to decide on what Mega I wanted. I really wanted to go with a Mega. By the way, if you don't know I ran into a wall, why the nickname is I ran into a wall. Emboar, come on, look at it. It looks like it ran into a wall. Just look at it, the flat face. Come on. But yeah, I wanted a Mega, and yeah, the one that really appealed to me, the one that really could fit on my team. I had to burn a lot of points for this thing, because you know I had, let's see, 18 for Lando I, 14 for Hydreigon, 13 for Toxapex, 10 for Fortress, 10 for Azelf, and 8 for Emboar. I think I had 30-something points left. Or no, I had 27 points left. And this burned 15 of my points, but it was worth it. I got Mega Manectric. Yeah, this thing is awesome. Another Pokemon that I might need to talk to your friend Shiny Sableye 17 about. That boy Ben. But Mega Manectric's pretty basic. It's a great fast electric type. I got Intimidate. Lightning Rod if I want it. In the GPC, the rules are that you just have to carry the Mega Stone. So I don't have to Mega Evolve right away. And also, I don't have to rely on Protect anymore with the new generation. The new buff to Megas really helped by Mega Manectric. It really helped Mega Manectric, not really helped by Mega Manectric. Mega Manectric didn't help the Megas get there. But Mega Manectric's got really nice coverage. One of my favorite things about it, you know, you got the standard moveset. Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Flamethrower, Hidden Power Ice. That's your standard moveset, right? But yeah, I can run some other things if I wanted to. Magnet Rise, maybe. I can do that. Snarl. Lower their special attacks. I got stuff that I could probably pull out if I want to. There's other hidden powers I could run. Electro Ball. If I'm way faster than everyone else, I'm gonna Electro Ball you. Electric Terrain. Make that awesome. I'd ground everything too. So, I mean, that can kind of hurt things like levitators, but now I'm hitting things with Thunderbolt really hard. That's a way to boost my electric attacks without having an item slot, because I need that Manectite. But yeah, base 135 speed, so good. Because a lot of the time, you know, people only draft base 115s. Well, I can do that in 224. I'm outspeeding all base 115s. Then I can hit that modest nature, hit harder than usual. There's a lot of things I can do with Mega Manectric. A lot of winning I can do with Mega Manectric. And I like winning. By the way, nickname is Relocation to talk about the San Diego Chargers moving to LA. Because, you know, it looks like a lightning bolt, just like the Chargers. Sorry if you don't like sports, but I like sports, so I'm going to nickname things after sports. Sometimes. It's going to happen. Alright, so next, I want to get another Defogger, another flying type. Bird Spam. I like Bird Spam. Yeah, I wanted Swellow. That costed way too many points because I had 12 points left. And, Swellow was 7 points. I wanted Twitter back, but couldn't get Twitter. So I got Braviary, and I've got a horrible nickname for it, and I'm going to take all this out because I want to have everything just basic right there. But yeah, Braviary, gun control, very, very controversial nickname. But let's face it, it's a big topic in America right now. Braviary can do quite a bit. Banded, Scarfed, Bulk Up, defensive if I want to. I've seen this thing be defensive before and be used to success. Got another thing that's Switch Initiative. How many things do I have with Switch Initiative? Landorus, Hydreigon, Fortress, Azelf, Manectric, Braviary. Another Pokemon that Ben Shiny Sableye 17 has had. I think I had 5 Pokemon from this team, actually. Or 4. Yeah. One of them is later on, but so far, Fortress, Mega Manectric, Braviary. It was something I noticed, so, you know. If Ben wants to say, hey, I copied his team, he can. I didn't copy it, but, you know, he can. It's very similar. But yeah, I love this thing. Also, Defiant. Defiant. I love Defiant. Get that Intimidated away. I don't like it. It's just always nice to have. So, you know, I can have that Defiant. Defog. Right there. Have that superpower if I need it. Brave Bird in return. Very spammable. Need that fighting coverage to do good with it. Let's make that 31 again, just so I can. You know, there's a lot of things this thing can do. I can definitely customize it in a lot of different ways to do a lot of different things, and I really wanted to try it out. It's got the bulk. Got decent speed. It helps me with my speed tiers, though, because I don't really have anything around the 80 speed tier. So, Braviary can make sure everything in that range can get checked. So I thought it'd be a good pick. Just have some fun. Let that gun control go in. So next I saw this. I've got a friend of mine. A lot of you may know him as Survive9. He always talks about how underappreciated this Pokemon is in leagues. And I wanted a Ghost type. This was only 3 points. Count them. 3 points. I've had its little baby on my Championship UPA Season 5 team called Dusclops. But we got Dusknoir. I'm naming it Survive in honor of the one and only Survive9. This is another Pokemon that Ben had last season in the UPA. So I can always ask him for help, too. I've got a lot of help that can come with my Dusknoir. But this thing has such good coverage. Banded Dusknoir, it's so hard. Have you ever used a Banded Dusknoir? You should. It's so good. I can use that Shadow Sneak with a punch, the Sucker Punch, the Thunder Punch, the Earthquake, or the Power Up Punch, or the Ice Punch, or the Fire Punch. Got all the elemental punches. It's so nice. Destiny Bond disable. Annoy things with Wisp, Willow, Wisp, Slow Taunt. Got options. Confuse Ray. I can set up Trick Room if I want to and be faster than everything. Skill swap. I don't like pressure. Give me something else to hit something hard with. Does it get natural gift? Actually, it does. Wow, I didn't think it got natural gift, but that's good. What if I get like natural gift fairy and hit a dark type? Goodbye, Weavile. Nobody likes you. Nah, not really though. What if I want to calm mind? I'm not going to calm mind, by the way, because that's probably going to be bad. Memento could be a support option. Pain Split. Piss them off. I love it. Pursuit. Got that Pursuit Trapper. Think Braviary gets Pursuit too. No, it doesn't. Does Embor get Pursuit? No, it doesn't. I don't believe. Shit. Nothing gets Pursuit. Except everything. Does Hydreigon get it? Hydreigon should get Pursuit. I don't know why it doesn't. Fortress? No. Azelf, you get Pursuit, right? That's not Pursuit. I guess I don't have many Pursuit Trappers. It's been an issue. But, yeah, Dusknoir, I love this thing. I can be defensive. I can definitely be very offensive, though, with Dusknoir. Bulky attacker to hit hard. Very low speed tier, but it helps for anything that wants to speed creep Fortress, because then Dusknoir outspeeds it. So it's good. I'm a fan of Dusknoir. So last, I wanted another defensive Pokemon, another rocker, and something that can be defensive on both sides. I'm a lot more physically defensive than I am specially defensive, so something that I'm a bit more comfortable with using specially defensive would be a good option. And also, I didn't really want to have too much type redundancy, so when I saw this thing at number 4, I was like, this is one of the first Pokemon I drafted in the league. This was in my first league team, UPA Season 2. Or it was CBA. Or not CBA. CBL, Clumsy Battle League. But, you know, we made that the UPA later on. We're bringing back Loves Me Not, the Cradilly. Get ready, folks. Get ready, folks. We're going in. Folks, however you want to say it. This thing is so good. People sleep on how good this thing is. You got the reliable recovery. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Recovery is such a good move. It's one of the best moves in the game. Let's be real. Giga Drain, Earthquake, Rock Slide, Toxic, Stealth Rock, Recover, Hidden Powers if I want to. Physical coverage, not much. Earth Power. But yeah, I can be physical or special with this thing, which is really good. I like that a lot. Ancient Power. What if I get those boosts? Now I'm a threat. That's right. I can do other things with Cradilly too. I could do some more stockpile shenanigans. Shrink Shot. Swagger. I think Swagger's not allowed though. I'll have to find out. Worry Seed. Probably won't work too well. What if I want to tickle it? That could be funny. I should do that. Natural Gift. Mimic. I was surprised about Natural Gift though. Mirror Coat. Does it get countered too? It doesn't get countered. Oh well. That's just unfortunate. And I don't know why my music stopped playing, but it'll come back on soon. I do get Sword Stance too, so there's options with Cradilly. Also, Water Immunity, Storm Drain, great ability. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Cradilly, you're so good. You're going to put in work this season. So that is the GPC Season 16. I am very excited to get back into some league battling. I think our first battle is against the one and only Jar. We're going to beat Jar. Let's be real. I'm going in with confidence. I'm going to do whatever I can to win as many battles as I can this season. And I'm going to kick some ass. I said it right here, right now, folks. Folks. I don't know why I'm saying folks so much. I usually say it's folks. But I don't know. I said it once, and I kept on saying it. Hope you guys like our nicknames. Hopefully you guys like the team. I know there are a couple of problems with it. Like, you know, I feel like I could have a bit more emphasis on physical attackers, as well as getting a fairy type. I don't have a fairy type, and that could be an issue. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys hopefully for the rest of this GPC season, and hopefully for other shit on this channel. If you want to watch my somewhat okay content, my mediocre content, I'll see you later. Peace!